are you going?
On a run.
Where?
Amarillo.
Hello everyone. It's been a while since I've checked in. I gotta admit, I've enjoyed the break. A couple months ago, my teammates and I came back from Europe. We did our cyclocross season over in Europe for 3 months. We were over racing at the super prestige and World Cup level. We ended with the World Championships in Ostende, Belgium. Really fortunate and grateful to have had that opportunity to compete this year with the pandemic and everything that's going on and so many athletes unable to compete. Again, really not much to say other than it was a real privilege to be able to do that, to progress as an athlete, to continue to represent our sponsors, and to promote our sport. So, took a nice break after that, readjusted to home. During the winter, it could be pretty easy to just stay inside, ride the trainer, but being a cyclocrosser, I like being outdoors in the nasty weather. So, when it was snowing, I was able to get out on the mountain bike. The trails in New England are incredible. I really enjoyed that part. Got out on the roads when I could. Did some running, some cross-country skiing, really just shaking it up every chance I could and being a well-rounded athlete. So, took a little bit of a rest from the first part of the base build, and now I am in Albuquerque, New Mexico, in the sun and warm. This is a block that I've been looking forward to for a long time. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do this last year, but really looking forward to getting this big block of training in, seeing how the altitude affects the spring and summer. And yeah, looking forward to building towards future goals. So looking forward to showing you what it's like, what the training's like for me out here, how I build for the spring and summer, and looking forward to future goals. So we're about an hour and a half into today's ride, coming up to the town of Placitas. Starting to go around the backside of the mountain, so still a busy road here, wide open pavement, but we're gonna take this until we hit the dirt. That's where the adventure starts. Just hit the first big gravel sector, really the only big gravel sector. It's about 12-13 miles up the backside of this mountain. We're not going all the way up today, only making it up to about 8,500. Still getting acclimated, trying not to overextend. But I think on top of cyclocross being extremely unique, cyclocross athletes are often on their own schedules. We start our base build much later in the year than compared to mountain bikers or the road racers. It's beginning of April. I'm hitting my last big block here at altitude. So weather's great, roads are quiet. Routes like this are really good for just base building. Quiet roads, slow. We're not doing any anaerobic work really anytime soon in the next couple weeks. Just aerobic functioning, long, easy hours, enjoying the bike, enjoying exploring, and trying new places out. So New Mexico is not disappointing. Already up to the snow. Trying to escape this. Coming out to Albuquerque, supposed to be warm and sunny and beautiful and good roads. I don't know, man. I'm starting to second guess this. Oh, there's more. And mud on the road. Oh, what is going on? So we're about halfway up the climb now. Road's getting pretty bony. May have to stop and let out a little pressure in the tires. It's definitely one of those rides. I'm running 36mm tubeless tires. It's worth it, but just can't get over how beautiful this is. Starting to approach parts of the mountain that still have snow on the ground in the shade. It's getting hard. That's why we're here, thinking of the big picture. So Coming up to the first peak of the day. After the big gravel section, we're gonna start to head down about 8,500 feet. Still first week at altitude, starting to feel it up here. Still acclimating, so we're not gonna go all the way up to the top. It's that way, we're taking a left. So we'll start the descent down, hit the next little peak. But it's beautiful up here, absolutely gorgeous. We're up above the snow line now. By the way, joking about snow and mud on the roads. We love that. So we're coming to the end of today's training. Coming up on about 4.5 hours in the saddle. Some good climbing, some great roads, good views. Legs are feeling pretty good though. Body isn't cracked yet, so just getting a little cool down here on the bike path before packing it in. Big part of these base builds is that you want to be consistent through the entire block. You don't want to overextend too early. So we're coming to the end of week 1 at about 22-24 hours for the week. Then we'll build from there, and obviously the last week is going to be the biggest week there. So we're still acclimating to the altitude and to the heat, so all the efforts are pretty measured, and when we get to the end we'll be able to push 5+ hours a day hopefully. So it's all part of the process, being patient, something I have to learn over the years, but it's good to get back out here and in the sun and long rides. So look who I found here on the bike path. How was your ride, Kayla Murray?
Good. I didn't fall.
That's the standard now? When's the last time you fought?
Maybe last April.
What happened then?
My boyfriend pushed me off my bike.
Oh, that's weird. Who's your boyfriend?
Curtis White.
Oh, I'll go kick his ass then.
Okay.
From San Antonio, everything that I got is just what I got on. Hey, tell the Billy Joel.
So, dinner. We got rice going, we got turkey burgers, we got ride food for tomorrow. Sweet potato chips. It's gonna be nice. Making buns over here. Caitlin has a salad, chips, fueling up. Oh!
We're into week 2 of the block. It's gonna take a couple extra cups of coffee to get going. Body's starting to feel it, but I know I'm gonna get flack in the comments for getting Dunkin' Donuts coffee. It's sacrilege for a cyclist to be drinking Dunkin' Donuts. Desperate times. So I'm still on East Coast time for this block. I'm usually up around 6:45, 7. Able to get up, make a couple cups of coffee, breakfast, answer some emails, plan a route, and then hopefully out the door by 9:30. It's been a good routine. I'll be booking it to Canada. Riding the Amarillo today.
Grab the charger. Set out. We're still feeling the CX fever. Shout out Magali and David. Another long day here planned. Rolling out, getting a little warm up in before we pick up the pace. But plan is to go north Albuquerque, around the city, and there's a good mountain to look like some good gravel roads southeast of the city here. So we're gonna check out those roads and yeah, enjoy the long miles. end of today's training. Didn't quite get in the route that I wanted in the volume, but we're about 3 hours right now. Nice tailwind all the way home, but it's quite all right, and it ended up working out all right. The body's feeling pretty cooked, so I just decided to dial it back a little bit today so I can recover enough and finish the week off strong. But a big part of these endurance build blocks are about being consistent, patient, knowing how far you can press yourself day in and day out. And there's far more advantage to getting in consistent days. There's less of an advantage to doing a big monster 6-hour ride and then having to recover for 2 days after that and then doing it again. I'm just piecing together 4-hour days and slowly building up to that. So knowing when to dial back. Today's only 3 hours. I'm perfectly okay with that, so I can finish off the week strong. I'm still operating at about a 25-hour a week rate, and want to show up to the last week of this block with enough gas in the tank to really push it. So it's all about the process, keeping the bigger picture in mind, being patient. That's something that took me a long time to figure out. All right, so training's done. Back in the casita. Big part of being consistent with training blocks is having a good recovery process after. So just had some chocolate milk. I love chocolate milk after training. Getting some rice on the stove here. So we're getting showered up, having some lunch, hop in the Normatex, and hopefully try to take a nap and start recovering for tomorrow. All right, so from here, all the work's done for the day really. Just focusing on the recovery. Got my rice and eggs in the space boots, and looking to wind down, hopefully take a nap later and get all the equipment ready for tomorrow. So that's all for now. Appreciate you watching this, and keep an eye out for more videos.